Imagine a land where history is carved in stone and sand, a place where more than half the territory is desert and water is a rare treasure. The young nation of Israel faced this daunting reality, a growing population returning to an arid, unforgiving homeland. Water was desperately scarce. Natural sources like the Sea of Galilee and the Jordan River were not enough. The coastal aquifer was overused, threatened by encroaching salt water. Every drop was precious, and anxiety about water shortages was constant. Could a nation truly flourish here? Could the desert ever bloom? The challenge was existential. Survival depended on overcoming nature's limits. It demanded a revolution in thinking and action, a national mobilization. Water became everyone's concern, from government to citizen. The story of Israel's water revolution is a testament to how innovation can turn crisis into hope. In the beginning, Israel's pioneers drew on ancient wisdom and relentless effort. They revived Nabatean techniques, building dams and terraces to capture precious rainwater. Every drop was a victory, and water conservation became a national ethos. Children learned not to waste, and public campaigns reinforced the message. But small-scale solutions couldn't keep up with a booming population and growing demand. Droughts threatened disaster, and the nation teetered on the edge. Leaders realized conservation alone wasn't enough. They dreamed of moving water from the wetter north to the parched south, a project of epic scale. The early struggles fostered discipline and respect for water. But it was clear Israel needed a bold, centralized solution. The nation had to think bigger, to defy geography and gravity. The stage was set for a world-changing engineering feat. The answer was the national water carrier, an artificial river of concrete and steel. Completed in 1964, it pumped water from the Sea of Galilee southward, crossing mountains and valleys. This engineering marvel connected the country's wettest and driest regions. When water first flowed to the Negev, it was a moment of national triumph. The carrier allowed agriculture to flourish and cities to grow. Every cubic metre was carefully managed and allocated. Yet the carrier depended on rainfall. Droughts still threatened the system. In dry years, the Sea of Galilee's level dropped and rationing returned. The carrier redistributed water but couldn't create new supplies. Israel remained vulnerable to climate and drought. A new, even bolder idea was needed. As droughts worsened, Israel faced a stark choice: innovate or face catastrophe. The solution was radical, turning to the Mediterranean Sea for water through desalination. Reverse osmosis technology, once too costly, was refined by Israeli scientists. New membranes and energy-saving techniques made desalination affordable. The government invested in massive coastal plants, shifting from managing scarcity to creating abundance. This was a declaration of independence from the climate. Desalination promised a reliable, drought-proof water source. The sea became a boundless reservoir, not a barrier. The era of desalination began, transforming Israel's destiny. It was a leap from crisis management to water security. The impossible was becoming reality. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The Ashkelon plant, launched in 2005, was the world's largest and most advanced desalination facility. It proved that large-scale, affordable desalination was possible. Success led to more plants, each bigger and more efficient. The Sorek plant, completed in 2013, set new global standards. Today, 5 major plants line the coast, supplying nearly all of Israel's drinking water. Now, when a tap is turned in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, the water likely began as seawater. Israel's water supply is no longer hostage to rainfall. Drought fears have faded and natural sources are recovering. The Sea of Galilee is refilling and aquifers are healing. Desalinated water can even be pumped north to replenish the lake. The revolution has not just provided water, it's begun to heal the environment. Israel turned the Mediterranean into an endless river of life. The nation's water future was secured. Desalination was only half the revolution. The other half was recycling every drop. Wastewater, once a problem, became a resource. Israel built advanced treatment plants like Shafdan to purify sewage for agriculture. Treated water flows through purple pipes to farms, irrigating crops with recycled water. Israel now recycles nearly 90% of its municipal wastewater, the highest rate in the world. This recycled water sustains more than half of Israeli agriculture. The system frees up fresh water for drinking and turns waste into value. Desalination and recycling create a virtuous cycle: new water for people, reused water for food. The closed-loop approach is efficient, sustainable, and drought-proof. Israel's farming sector thrives on water that's been used twice. Scarcity became abundance through ingenuity. The miracle of recycling is a model for the world. Desalination, recycling, and smart management have transformed Israel's environment. Agriculture, once a struggle, is now stable and secure. Farmers use drip irrigation, an Israeli invention, to deliver water directly to roots, minimizing waste. The Negev desert is now a hub of greenhouses and fields, exporting produce worldwide. Israel uses less water for agriculture than 30 years ago, yet grows more food. Natural water sources are recovering. The Jordan River and aquifers are being restored. The Sea of Galilee is now a strategic reserve, not a resource to be drained. This recovery is the result of manufacturing and recycling water. Israel proves that innovation can work with nature, not against it. Economic growth and ecological health go hand in hand. The desert blooms and the land grows healthier and more resilient. Israel's water story is a blueprint for sustainable progress. Israel's water revolution is a message of hope for a thirsty world. Climate change and population growth threaten water supplies everywhere. Israel's challenges are now global challenges. The first lesson: long-term vision and planning are essential. Success came from decades of investment and national commitment. The second lesson: never accept limits. Create abundance through innovation. Israel's refusal to give up led to breakthroughs in desalination and recycling. Even the driest places can secure a sustainable water future. With determination and ingenuity, we can protect ecosystems and build thriving societies. Israel has shown the world it is possible to make the desert bloom. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to you.